Hey everybody, I'm Daryl with Motivation Through Recovery, and I'm asking the question today, do you know that recovery is an inside job? Do you know that recovery is an inside job? I was speaking with a young lady in recovery the other day, and one of the things she told me after I got done with my lecture is that, Daryl, everything you said was great, and I agree with you 100%. But every time I go to treatment, it never fails. I come out, I start getting things in my life that are right and true. I start adding value to myself. I start doing things that make sense, and things begin to start working for me. I start getting back on course. I start getting things back in alignment and track, making things working for me. And then all of a sudden, it never fails. My ex-boyfriend always comes back into my life, and every single time he comes in, he starts disrupting things and starts making things happen. It starts costing me in my life more than it cost him. And all of a sudden, I'm back down to where I first started. What I said to her was, I get that and understand that. I've heard that probably 1,000 times and stories just like it. But here's the deal. The number one thing you have to realize is that recovery is an inside job. So the first thing you need to do when working on your recovery is work on your values. What do you value? Your recovery is about your values. If your values are to do the right things, you won't fall for anything. Remember, recovery is an inside job. It comes with making choices that are healthy and helpful for you that align with your values. So if you start taking the right things and start doing them on a regular basis, using those tools, putting a game plan together about what life is going to look like in your recovery, life is going to look like the good thing and not the bad thing, you will find that things will begin to line up for you. But here's the thing, and it's the second thing. You have to realize that once you establish your values, you don't move that value line for nothing or nobody. The outside forces can't come in and dictate what your inside the inside value, your inside recovery job is going to do. You got to take advantage of that and say, you know what? I'm not going to let nobody come in my life that's not going to add value to my life. So if what comes in from the outside doesn't line up with what you have now established on the inside, you need to keep the outside influences out. The key to having recovery be an inside job is to have a value system or values on the inside of you that keep you rooted and grounded, so you don't have to go back down the roads that you don't need to go down anymore. So put yourself in a position where you start adding value to yourself, and when you add value to yourself, you'll add value to your recovery. And it won't be easy for the outside negative influences to come in and capture your life and put you back in a position that can cost you everything all over again. So do you realize that recovery is an inside job? Drop a comment below and let us know, what are you doing to protect your recovery and your value system so it's an inside job for you and not an outside job that's controlled by the negative forces. Remember, when you're controlled by the negative forces, basically you have no values. I'm Daryl with Speaking Life to You, Motivation Through Recovery. Remember, you are somebody and you do matter.